All right. Good signal. It's just it's not as deep as I would want it, but it's right next to this and this clump of, it's like one, I don't know, looks like there's 4 trees coming out of that one stump. But anyhow, doesn't look super deep, but let's see. Okay, felt something. What the frick? Do I got another one? So I'm getting a signal. Is that a nail that's in there? This is a piece of wood. I mean, this is so similar to the other bullet that I found lodged in wood. Let's see. That's crazy. So what well, it's not a nail. I know that because it's not iron. So what the heck is this? This is fascinating. Yeah, you can see the wood has grown over here. Wood's growing along the sides. So whatever happened to this happened a long time ago, to where the wood had a chance to grow, attempt to grow back over it. Man, if this is another bullet in wood, that's heavy too. This is exactly like my last one. My last one had an awesome 3-ring mini ball in it, and the thing was just heavy. Man, I could just sit here and guess all day, but I'm just gonna have to get home and clean this thing up. All right, so we have got this piece of wood right here, and this is interesting because it rings up as not as iron. There's no iron in it, and I'll point out, the more I look at it, you can see how it looks like this piece of the wood is kind of like bent up, like a flap right here. So what's pushing that up? There's almost like a knot. So if a bullet was fired in there, the tree's going to grow around it, and it's going to look kind of like a knot like that. But what I'm curious to see is this piece right here. It almost looks like a nail, and that's metal. That's metal, and almost like if this was the head of the nail right here. But this does not ring up as iron. I'm sorry. No, that is correct. There is no iron that rings up like this would be a nail. It's ringing up as lead. It's ringing up the same numbers as a Civil War bullet. So, and the weight is, it's just heavy. You can feel it. If that was just a nail in there, it would not feel this way. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of lightly dig in there and just kind of take off a little bit at a time and try to expose hopefully what is a bullet stuck in the wood, and then that way we can preserve it. So here we go, doing the best I can as far as the camera goes, but I'm curious. I want to get to this. I also don't want to make a humongous mess, but what is this? Take a little bit of, there we go, take that off. Okay. Huh, I thought that was metal. Someone had mentioned doing this when the wood is wet. That may be wise, just because it is more sponge-like when it's wet, but something just popped into my head. Here, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna clean this off. an image just popped into my head. Like this right here would be the back part of a Williams cleaner, like the plunger part, and that this right here would be the actual forward bullet of the Williams cleaner. Have no idea. Gotta keep going though. On my last one, what I found is the actual wood right around the bullet, like right up next to it. It had a different texture to it. It was a little more soft and crumbly. So I found this, there's just so many Williams cleaners in that area. Like these guys were definitely using what they had. I know that the Williams cleaner wasn't a real popular bullet for the troops, but you know, they used what they had, and in this particular situation, they obviously had a lot of Williams cleaners. Trying to decide what part to attack. I think that's a Williams cleaner, and that's the base of it right there. It's all twisted up. The ones that I've seen personally online and in museums are all mini balls. I don't remember seeing a piece of wood like this or a war log with a Williams cleaner stuck in it. And if that's what that is, man, that is just so unique. But that's the trick. We gotta uncover just enough to expose it, but not too much to where we knock it out of the wood. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. This is going to be the zinc base. And it's bent. It's still in the bullet, but the zinc base is like bent up like a taco almost. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. So you can see right here, I don't know if you can see that good on the camera. So this is the base right here. This is the actual bullet. You can see that the base, the zinc base, has pushed all the way up into the base of the bullet, and then this right here is a bullet. So let's get a little bit more of this stuff out. You know, when I find these relics, they don't show up in videos for quite some time. So the time that I'm doing this, no one knows that I found it. So I gotta keep it a secret. I primarily metal detect by myself. So what I find, people see that when they watch the video. So I've got several really cool things that I found that I have not told anybody about because the video's not come out yet. So put a comment in the video. I want to know, have you seen a museum, online, maybe you found one yourself, I don't know, but have you seen a Williams cleaner in wood? I've just seen mini balls. I just think this is so unique because it is a Williams cleaner bullet. Okay, I think it's good. I think it, maybe a little bit right there. Okay, first coat. First coat of lacquer. It looks so good when you first put this stuff on, because it just really shows you what, gives you an indication of what it's going to look like when it's finished. That's awesome. Yeah, it's going to take a couple days with this because I'm going to put on a lot of coats. We're going to turn this brittle wood into just a solid piece. That wood will absorb all of that. I'll come back and do more. Sorry, I'm making shadows as I'm doing this, but what I'll do is I'm gonna put a lot of lacquer and just let it kind of sit right in this area where the bullet's at, and then and just I want a big old layer right there. Lock that in. So, all right. That's it for now. I'll come back and add some more coats later, but that is how I want it to sit right there. So, gonna look good. Hey guys, so here it is. I sealed it up. I'm going to put pictures up so you can see it better. This piece of wood was very brittle, becoming very brittle, especially on the ends. But since I've sealed it up, man, I probably put 4 or 5 coats of lacquer on this thing, and it's made the wood. It's just hard as a rock now, and that was the purpose. But I have found bullets in wood before, but this one to me is very special because it's a Williams cleaner. Just the pictures I've seen, the ones I've personally seen in museums, the war logs that have bullets still impaled in the wood, they've all been, from my memory, they've all pretty much been like 3-ring mini balls. But to find one, I love the Williams cleaner bullet. They're a unique bullet. So to have one that's got the Williams cleaner in it is just awesome for me. So I am going to display this along with some other similar pieces that I've been lucky enough to find, and that's where it's going.